Hey, welcome back to Cool Kids Art, and let's draw the awesome looking thermoscope rifle. So let's get started with a quick sketch, and then I will show you line by line on how you can draw this. Alright, so let's draw this, and to begin we're going to draw in the middle section first, right above the grip. So we're just going to draw one long rectangle, except the only difference is on the bottom here we're just going to curve it. And then we're going to come straight across. Mine's a little bit wobbly. Okay, so it's basically a rectangle, but then just curve this part out. And then once we have that, we can draw in a little bit of a border here. So we're going to come down, and then we're going to curve it. Just come straight across. Okay, and then in here, we're going to draw the ejection port. This is where the shells come out. So just gonna be one rectangle, and then we're gonna add a little bit of detail, a little bit of circle in there. Okay, and then we just gonna draw in one line on the top here. So come across. Okay, so now let's draw in the, let's keep going down. So from here on the curve area right here, we're just gonna come down straight. And then we're gonna come across about halfway. And then we're going to start just slant it up and then go all the way across. And then we'll close that off. And then once we have that, we can extend this one section. So we're just drawing one rectangle here. Okay, so now let's draw in the magazine area. So right here in the middle, we're just going to come down. And right here as well, we come down. And we're going to slant this up. So make sure there's a little bit of slant up here. Okay, and then we're going to draw one more section. Okay, and then now we're going to come down for the magazine. So just going to draw a slight curve, very little. We're going to close that off. And then we're going to extend it so the base is a little bit bigger. And we're just going to continue that curve. And we're going to come straight across. A slight angle going down. And once we have that, let's add in a little bit of detail. We're just gonna taper it in and then just close that off again. Okay, and then for some details on the magazine, this is easy. We just gotta draw two lines like this and two more on this side. All right, so let's draw in the grip area. So right around here, we're gonna come across about the halfway point of this. Okay, and then once you have that, then we're just gonna draw a little rectangle inside. And then here's the trigger. And then now we're gonna draw in the grip. So right here, we're just gonna go down. Same thing over here, we're gonna come down. Close it off. And let's add in a little bit of detail. Just gonna be two lines like this. Okay, and we can draw in some little stuff here. Let's just finish that off. Okay, so now let's draw in the front part now. So right here, we're just gonna draw another rectangle. We're just gonna extend it all the way out. So it's basically the same size as this rectangle. Okay, so once we have this rectangle here, just come over here in front. We're have to draw in the little flashlight here first. So we draw a rectangle like that, and then we got to draw a rectangle going back. And this part here gets a little bit messy because there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Okay, so that's gonna be the flashlight, and let's add in some details. We're just gonna draw two lines. And then on the front here, we'll just add in some detail for this. All right, so once we have this, let's draw in some stuff around it before we draw on all the details inside. So we're gonna go down for this other grip. So it's right about in the middle of this. It's gonna be a rectangle. And once we have this, we're just gonna curve slightly all the way down here. So this is pretty long. And then we'll close it off. And then just give yourself a little bracket like this and just connect those lines. Okay, and then in here we're adding some details for the grip. So we're just gonna draw in a bunch of lines across. Okay, and then on the top here, there's gonna be another one of those sensor things. So we're just gonna draw in a little rectangle right here. Draw a little circle in here. And then we're gonna draw a line right across it. Okay, and then we'll draw a little bit of rectangle here for some extra detail. Okay, so now let's draw in the inside, and this is where it gets a little bit messy. So we're gonna draw two lines just slightly above the flashlight here. So one, and then we're gonna draw one more here, one all the way across, and then we're gonna draw one more line in between here. So we're gonna divide this up. Okay, once you have that, we're gonna continue this line down here. And then on the bottom here, we're gonna draw one more line as well. Okay, so up here is a rail. So we're gonna just gonna make a little bit thicker lines here. So you can just draw some lines there, and then over here, draw some lines. And then on the bottom here as well. And actually this should extend up. And then gonna continue the rail. All right, and just a lot of little stuff. And there's gonna be some circles in here. So let's see, I'm just gonna shade it in real quick. Small circle shapes on the second bar. Okay, and then once we have that, there's gonna be vertical lines going through here. So just gonna draw some lines. So 1, 2, and it's gonna go past this line here. So just gonna keep going and kind of continue it even behind the flashlight. All right, so we just have one big mess over here, right? All right, so let's move on and let's draw the barrel. So let's see, let's come out here. Just gonna draw one little rectangle right in the middle. Another rectangle, extend it up. And then here, draw a slightly bigger one. And then we're gonna hook this back up. So we're gonna go up, slant down, just connect to that. And then once we have that, we're just gonna give this line some thickness, curve around it, and just come back down to that. Okay, so now let's see the barrel. Let's keep going. Come out straight. Close it off. And give one little section slightly bigger. And then continue this barrel. Close it off. And then we're gonna extend it. And then we're gonna flare it out slightly. This is gonna be the muzzle. Just close that off. And we can add in a little bit of detail if we want, just adding a little line here. All right, so let's go back and drawing the scope. So coming back here, we're gonna draw one line here, and then there's gonna be more of these rails. So I'm just gonna draw in these darker lines again. Okay, so now for the scope, I'm gonna draw one rectangle here, and then we're gonna draw one bigger one here, but this part is gonna slant up. Close it off. We're gonna come back. Okay, and then we're gonna draw one. It's almost like a square, just slightly bigger, and then we're gonna connect that to the gun here, so with a slant. Okay, and then in here is gonna be a circle, and then inside the circle, just draw in a triangle. And then some details up here. I'm just gonna draw one rectangle, and let's draw a smaller one on top. Okay, and now we're gonna continue this scope back. And then we're gonna draw a smaller one, just going back. Okay, so that's it for the scope, and let's see, we just have to do the stock on the back. So here we can continue this line almost, just kind of come out. Let's hook it back. And then now we're just gonna come back across, and we can just draw that, okay, and then close it off. And then we can come down here. We can start on this side if you want. We just kind of come down, okay, all the way down here, come across, and then we're just gonna connect this to the corner. Okay, and then once we have that, just give this some thickness here. So we're gonna come across, and then we're gonna draw the same slant, and then we'll just vertical line, close it off. All right, and then the end here, we're gonna extend it. Let's draw one long rectangle, and then in here there's gonna be some details, so just gotta make 3 marks, long marks. And that is it for this thermoscope rifle. Hope you guys liked the way it turned out, and if you do, please do give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.